Georgia, oh Georgia, the whole day through. So every time I say Georgia's name, I think of that song Georgia on my mind.
You should.
As you should. And it's great to see Georgia from Ruby Supplements at Price Cutter. Hope you didn't mind that little serenade.
No, not at all.
Just for Georgia, because we love her so much. And we learn a lot.
And I just met her.
You just met her.
But we're already friends.
We're already BFFs. We've been talking about health,
Yes.
as you do.
And I love to talk about health. So
Awesome.
So glad you're here.
Well, we're in the right spot. Today we're going to talk about pain and inflammation. And not just pain and inflammation, but all of these products can also help your brain too. That's great. So
We need that this morning.
I have been talking about this with my husband, so I can't wait to
Perfect.
speak directly to him now.
Well, so this side of what we've got on the table, this is great for if you just have general pain, inflammation, you needed to reduce that swelling. Turmeric only has about 3% of the curcumin. And curcumin is actually a compound that is found in turmeric. That's what actually helps with the inflammation. As much as I love these products, I think it's great for somebody who just needs a little bit of help. But, you know, especially for nighttime, PM pain, things like that. So I would
So
take
are
this
these,
about an hour
do these
before
help you sleep at all, or is it just to help the pain at nighttime?
This particular one is for nighttime. So
Okay.
I take that about an hour before bed. And then these, you know, you can take any other time during the day.
Okay.
So, you know, it's just something I would recommend just for everyday use. It's going to be good overall just for inflammation. But these are the ones that I would recommend if you need something for acute pain, something that, like for me, I was starting to gain arthritis in my thumbs because I do artwork outside of what I do here. And so I was starting to get a lot of pain and I was like, man, and I realized I had some of this on hand. I took it and literally the next morning I felt better.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Great.
And
Love
that's
that
because
story.
This one in particular, it's actually got a smaller molecule. So because of that, it passes the blood-brain barrier a lot faster than some of our other supplements. Even though the other ones work fantastic, if you're needing more immediate relief while you're waiting for the other ones to build up in your system, because typically you want to wait about 30 days before something builds in your system.
Okay.
So for something like this has a smaller molecule that's going to help that.
So what is, I learn a lot from you, so I don't know. This may be a stupid question. Curcumin and turmeric.
Yes.
Different things.
Well, they're not, well, the curcumin is derived from turmeric.
Okay, so it's, oh, okay.
Yes, so turmeric kind of almost looks like, sort of like what ginger looks like.
Yeah,
It's very similar looking, and sometimes, like even in these, they'll pair ginger with that, because ginger will help with digestion and things like that. I can't speak straight today, guys.
That's
right.
okay.
You know how to say those two words, turmeric and
yeah.
curcumin, which is
Curcumin.
my question.
Yeah, how do you
Which is
even say
answered. Finally.
But yeah, so curcumin is a derivative of turmeric. So the way I kind of compare it, it's like when you get concentrate in a fruit juice or something like that. So it's
So this
very
would be the
much-
concentrate.
Yes, so that's why I have a feeling that's why that worked almost like that.
But why is turmeric, you hear about that so often, what is so great about turmeric?
So turmeric, it's one of those things that kind of helps our longevity. And so scientists recently discovered that turmeric and curcumin can actually help provide longevity in our neurons. So it's with the brain neurotrophic, brain-derived neurotrophic factor. So that's actually a gene that produces a protein that helps us to have more neurons for memory and learning.
Okay.
So
You are so smart, you're blowing my mind today.
So that's
Wow.
one of the things, the benefits of it is it actually not only just helps with inflammation, but it helps our brains. And so for that, you know, I would recommend a highly, sort of a high-fat food, so like fish, nuts, things like that. But if you don't have
So
time
these?
for that, I would do a fish oil.
Yes.
And so I've actually been taking this one right now.
This one, okay.
And I've even taken the higher dose, which I believe is at the far end. And
Okay, so these two.
I really enjoy this brand because one, they are responsible for being environmentally responsible. I'll put it that way. So anything that they take from their fish, anything that's left over from the fish, they actually put that back into their plant and power the plant that way.
Wow.
And you can trace each batch back to the boat that it was caught on.
Oh, wow.
So
cool.
So it's a pretty fascinating
Yep.
brand. And
So what is this liquid? Like this, I've never seen it like a liquid
So
form.
if you don't prefer the pills, because some people have a hard time taking the pills. So
Yes.
if you have, you know, some sort of reflux, it might be easier to take the oil. And so that one is lemon flavored, so you're not going to get weird.
That was
fishy
what I was going to
burping.
ask. Like, do you uncap it and it just hits you in the face? But
Right.
lemon, that's,
Right, that
that's good to
one,
know.
you know, yeah, that one's fantastic. And actually, I like this one because it has a strawberry flavor. So if you don't like the flavor of the
Ooh.
pills, that one's fantastic.
That's
We
great.
have a few that have the $3 off coupons, and then that one is on sale this month until the 31st, and we also have our Feel Good Friday, which is an extra 10% off all of that.
Oh, yes.
Okay, so yeah, the one you're looking at, you can save money, Feel Good Friday, and you might want to stock up this month just so you have extra
Yes.
Yeah.
to last. Wow.
Especially if you're in college and you have finals, like you want that
Yep.
brain
Mm-hmm.
power. So, yeah.
What, did we skip over these? What are
We
these?
did, and that's
okay.
that's quite all right. So so these are actually blends. So I actually like this one for people who may have gout.
Okay,
Or
in the
trouble
middle.
sleeping, because this actually has tart cherry in it.
Okay.
And tart cherry is going to help people with gout. That's actually something that's going to help reduce that inflammation.
Okay.
And I'll get into gout another time because a lot of it is from our diet, you know. So if we digest a lot of sugars and a lot of alcohol sugars and things like that, that actually kind of makes that worse. And so that's perfect for that if for somebody trying to reduce that in their system. These, however, these are other blends. I really enjoy this one because they give you 7 days before you start to feel the effects. So 7 ingredients, 7 days, you start to feel the effects of it.
Okay.
So it has the curcumin in it. It also has boswellia, which boswellia is what produces myrrh. So frankincense, not myrrh, I'm sorry, frankincense.
Frankincense,
Yeah,
okay.
so that's helping.
Learning
Hey, if it's good enough for baby Jesus, it's good enough for me.
That's what we always say.
That's what I'm saying.
That's why they brought it to him, and they were
That's
like,
what-
"You're going to need this later
Right,
when you
that's
get older."
amazing. No, that I didn't even
You're
know.
welcome.
As a child, you learn about gold, frankincense, and myrrh, and you have no idea what they are.
Right.
And that's actually something you need.
Right.
That's amazing. Georgia, okay, so if somebody wants more information, they can always ask you at Ruby Supplements.
Yes.
The 2 locations are...
We have one at East Battlefield, so I go by Battlefield and 65.
Yeah.
And then for mine, it's 2021 West Republic Road.
So ask them.
Still
They will
works.
help you. So I ask a million questions, and now I knew which brands and stuff to
Yes.
get. I'm going to stock
Yep.
up.
Yep.
Thank you so much, Georgia.
Yes,
Thank
thank
you
you
so
guys.
Good to
much.
see you.
It's
All
good
right.
to see you.
We'll be back with a rave review right after this. So I used to take fish oil every single day religiously, and then I fell off of it.